It's a word from Robyn, and I know my voice is sounding a little scratchy right now, but I assure you my thoughts are not scratchy. My thoughts are very clear today. I'm enjoying listening to the birds singing this morning. They start singing pretty early around here, and such beautiful music. And I feel like everything has its own song. Trees, people, the wind, just everything has its own song. I'm such a lover of music, so I just see and hear and feel harmonies and melodies in everything. Percussion. I just hear a symphony daily. This is my life. But today I wanted to talk to you about this thought that's in my mind. And today's thought is, I'm exactly where I belong. Lately I've been thinking about where I am, not just physically, like the location, but spiritually. And one thing that I've noticed about myself is that it's very easy for me to encourage someone else who may be going through a hard time. But when it comes to myself, I'm lacking in that area. I don't always encourage myself the way I should. And so I was down on myself, and I'll tell you why. I have this scale, and I bought it, I feel like maybe 2 years ago. And I remember when I purchased it, there was a companion app that went with it. And when I went to download the app, it said that the app was no longer there. And so I didn't even think anything of it. I just kind of went on and, used this scale. But the scale had more capabilities. I was using it to keep track of my weight, but it's a body composition scale. So it tells you so much more than your weight. It tells you, your metabolic age. It tells you how much water weight you're carrying, how much fat, the percentage of your body fat. It tells you everything you just might not want to know but shouldn't know. So a friend of mine recently posted his body composition results on social media, and he showed the scale, and it was the exact scale that I had. And so I asked him, well, what app did you use? And I got this app, and immediately I go and get on this scale. And sometimes you get a little more information than you bargained for, and you don't know how to process it. That's what happened to me the other day. I guess on some level, I was okay with seeing my weight. I knew and I know that my weight is not where I wanted to be, but it was one piece of data. And when I got on this body composition scale, matter of fact, as I'm sitting here, let me pull up the app. Because the amount of things that you learn about your body, oh my goodness. Let's see. You learn about your body mass index, your percentage of body fat, how much visceral fat you have, how much subcutaneous fat you have, your metabolic age, the part of your body weight that is fat-free, how much body water you're holding, what your skeletal muscle is, your bone mass, your muscle mass. You name it, this scale and this app working together with the scale will tell you. Now, I gotta tell you, when I saw the results, it hit me. It hit me hard. I didn't know that it was like that. You know what I mean? It's one thing to know your weight, but it's another thing to know everything that makes that up. Like everything your body composition, okay? And so it knocked me for a loop. I'm not gonna sugarcoat that. But after I got over the initial shock of the results, I realized something. I can change those results. It's not that, this is it for me. This is just letting me know, gut check, reality check, here's where you are. One of the things that stood out to me is my metabolic age is 55 and I'm 46. That's something to pay attention to. And so yesterday I said, it took me a long time to get here. I cannot expect that it's going to be a quick process to get away from here. But what I realize is I'm right where I belong. And so yesterday I was very mindful about my activity. I was very mindful about what I was eating. I made different choices. I had a craving for, there's a place not far from me that they have this sushi, but the sushi is deep fried and it's so good. And I was like, okay, so based on those results that you got yesterday, how about we don't do that today? Not that we're saying, all of these things are bad and we can't have them and we just have to live this life where we're not, eating things that we enjoy. And I'll say this too, I enjoy eating healthy. Everything does not have to be deep fried. As a matter of fact, it's actually very rare for me to eat anything deep fried, to be honest. But I was just like, you know what? Let's make some better choices. So I went to the shopping center that had the deep fried sushi, but instead I stopped at the produce stand that was in the parking lot. So I got myself a yellow tomato, I got a potato, I got 2 ears of corn, and I got some Brussels sprouts. And I was like, okay, I feel good about myself. I made some better choices for myself today. And I made sure that I got my walk in. I had started out going for 1 mile a day. So now my daily goal is 2 miles a day. I just ramped it up just a little bit because we have to grow, right? So I did that. And right now, this is not my normal practice, but right now I'm weighing myself daily as a part of as an accountability to myself, so that I can get back on the track that I was on just a week ago. It's so crazy how fast it flips for me. But in just one day of being more mindful about my life and my health, my body has already released 2.8 pounds of fluid, bloating, okay? It shows you just how quickly, when you turn things around, how things can improve, how numbers can improve. And I realized that instead of beating myself up for where I am, I need to be thankful for where I am. First of all, I am still here. By God's grace, I am still here. And where I am is in a good mindset right now, armed with the facts, because the facts are that I need to do more for my health, for my body. I would like to be here for a while. I know we all have to leave here, but I consider life a gift, and one that I don't want to continue to squander by not treating my body right. And a little bit about me, I've been on a journey of having a better overall health for quite some time now. There was a time when I had been diagnosed with hypertension and I was on medication. I have researched some, lifestyle changes, and because of that, I no longer have to be on high blood pressure medication. And so I remember those days when I would cry because I would have ankles and feet just swollen, and it would hurt to walk because of all of the fluid in those areas. And I'm so thankful that's not my life anymore. But I know that I need to do more. I know that I do. And I've definitely changed a lot of things that I eat. I eat more vegetables, I eat fruit, I try to choose, lean proteins, but I'm still gonna be that girl that has some Popeye's chicken, or has a cheese steak sub, or has lasagna, or what have you. And for me, it's not that I really eat like that all the time, but I'm in a place where my body is just not in the proper balance that it should be in. So if I have that, it sends everything into a tailspin. If I sit down and have that lasagna, boom, 5 pounds. I'm bloated. And, that's also speaking to dairy and whatnot. But listen, I don't want to play a tiny violin about my life and my health journey as it relates to my health journey. The point I'm making is I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Meaning, yes, I may not be in the best physical shape, but I am in a place where I can appreciate even more what it means to get into my best physical shape. I am in a place where I care about that. And I know that I'll continue to stumble as I find that path that's going to ultimately lead me to the place, my promised land, when it comes to my health. But I feel very good today, and I feel empowered. I know the information, and now I can move forward in a productive way. And I've chosen not to beat myself up, but I've chosen to celebrate that I'm making changes that would allow me to have a healthier lifestyle. So, wherever you are today, whatever you may be struggling with, I submit to you that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. Because this is the moment of realization. And sometimes you have to go through some things to really appreciate those moments of realization. And when you get there, real change can happen. I hope this helped you today. I pray that it has brought you some measure of unexplained peace. And if not, hang in there. Joy comes in the morning. Trouble don't last always. You won't always cry. And I've had my fair share of tears this week, but today, I'm good. Have a great day, everyone. Or if you're listening to this in the evening, have a good night.